Welcome, everybody. I am Kartik. I'm one of the co-founders of ETH Global, and I am super excited to welcome all of you to ETHBogotá. So let's start off by making a statement. But before I do that, I want to welcome all of you watching this on ETHBogotá.tv. We're going to stream everything that's happening this weekend live. For those of you who couldn't join us, you can catch everything immediately on YouTube by heading over to ETHBogotá.tv. This applies for what I'm saying now, which you'll hear in 20 seconds, to all the workshops that are happening all over the building. So, this is not a conference. For those of you who've been to our events before, you'll know what ETH Global events are all about. We run hackathons. The goal for all of our events is to focus on builders. These are places where you can learn, you can get help, and grow and get better at anything that you're excited to learn more about. And most importantly, we believe showing is more important than telling. So everything you're going to see this weekend is going to be about seeing what you did and not talking about what you did. So with that, I want to welcome all of you to ETHBogotá officially. This is already an incredible event. We have 1,400 people in this building. 900 of you are hackers, and we have people from 62 different countries coming in all throughout this weekend, making amazing things and talking to all of you, especially as our partners. We put everybody on a map to see where everybody's coming from, and it's so amazing to see the representation we have from so many different cities and countries around the world. And not only that, we have 34% of you who are brand new to Web3 as developers joining this and building something in Web3 for the first time, and 31% of the entire audience is from Latin America. So please give them a big round of applause. On top of that, we have 30 workshops on so many different topics and just 3 talks. This is not a conference, so we're going to focus on 3 things that we think are super important. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about ZK tooling and how do you make safe and secure smart contracts. So you can see all of that on the schedule. I'm going to go into all more of those details soon. And on top of that, we have 350 people who are here from all of the protocols that we love, 12 people who are here just to make sure you get help from anything technical, and 43 incredible partners that are going to be giving away amazing prizes and talking about anything that you can build using their protocol, and we're giving away $500,000 in prizes. This is officially one of our biggest events in terms of prizes, the attendance, and the energy. I want to quickly thank everybody who made this event possible. So the more you clap, the faster I'll talk. So I want to give a big shout out to Aztec, IPFS, Optimism, Polygon, Scroll, SSV, Wallet Connect, Web3 Auth, WorldCoin, AP Wine, Boba, Cartesi, Coinbase Cloud, ChainSafe, CowSwap, ENS, Ethereum Foundation, EY, Hyperlane, Clayton, LivePeer. Okay, you got to slow down. MetaMask, Mina, Pocket Network, Push Protocol, Streamer, Superfluid, The Graph, UMA, Autonomy, Ceramic, Chainlink, DGate, Gnosis Chain, Lens Protocol, Moonbeam, Biconomy, Open Zeppelin, QuickNote, Ripio, Sysmo, Uniswap Foundation, and XMTP. They're all giving away amazing prizes, and we're going to go into all those details. But before we do that, let's talk about all the things that you need to know for this hackathon. I'm going to cover everything that's happening in this venue. We're going to talk about how you can get help, all the prizes, of course, all the workshops. We're going to talk about the most important piece, which is judging. And also, if you're still looking for a team, what can you do to get help there and find potential teammates. But before we get into all of those, let's talk about security really quick. As a rule, everybody must have their wristband and lanyard on with them at all times. This is a private event in a private venue. We have security. They are in charge of making sure that they don't let anybody in who does not have one of those 2, or actually both of those, on them at all times. And they will be asking, you will be asked to leave the venue if we cannot find a wristband and your lanyard with you. On top of that, we recommend that you don't hang outside at night, so we're just recommending a curfew, which is from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. Don't wander too much outside. This is a building that's open 24/7. You can absolutely be here the entire time, whether it's 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. And security is there 24/7, so in case you need help with something, you can always reach out to anybody. There's always going to be multiple people on every floor. On top of that, please make sure that you don't leave your items unattended. Of course, this is a building that's secure. However, we still want to make sure that you're not just assuming things will be fine and just leaving it or going home and keeping your stuff there. So make sure all of your valuables are with you at all times. All right, enough of the serious stuff. Let's talk about the venue. There's going to be 3 floors that matter for this entire weekend. And the 3rd floor only comes in on Sunday. You are here on the 3rd floor, which is where we are. This is the main stage on to your left. And every other room in this floor is a hacking space. So 1,000 of you can find enough space in any of these rooms and work and hack on your projects. On the 2nd floor, which is where the registration was, is where all the workshops and talks are happening. So anytime you see a workshop or a talk, you can find those 5 rooms downstairs on the 2nd floor. What's not here on the map is the 5th floor, which only comes in on Sunday. All judging will take place on the 5th floor, and we'll tell you more about that over the weekend. But for the rest of this weekend, only these 2 floors matter. And these venue maps are across the floors, everywhere, printed out, large banners, large printouts. So you can check this out, and also you can find this on your dashboard and on our Twitter and on our Discord and every other place we're doing this. And we also have amazing things going on. So there's the NFT gallery by Nounstyle, Amigos. You can check out the gallery. There's a lot of cool, fun stuff. It's a mini festival, carnival here. You can play some foosball. We have a photo booth. You can take selfies on the 2nd floor as well, right next to the other side of the registration. We're also doing a workshop on how to do traditional weaving. This is a local experience that we want to make sure everybody has, and we also do this for every city we go into. So you can check this out tomorrow from 3 to 5 p.m., also on the 2nd floor. And that's kind of what's going on. All this is also on the website with the official schedule. Let's talk about communication. All these things are more important for here. Everybody here should be on the ETH Global Discord. Not only just you should be on the Discord, but you should make sure that you have access to the right permissions on the Discord channels through your dashboard, whether you're a partner or you are a hacker. The second you log into your dashboard by just going to the website, you will see all the specific channels for this event. That means you can talk to anybody else who is part of the hackathon as a hacker. You can message all the teams that are out there from a protocol side and get help. You can message all of our mentors. And this is also where we're going to be doing an official announcement. So in case something is running late or something changed or something is going really well, you will see all of that on Discord. So, and let's not forget, even though everything is on Discord and you can reach 1,000+ people there, you are in person. So if you have any questions to one of our partners, you want to know how a specific protocol or API works, just walk up to that table and ask them in person. Don't be afraid to not interact with each other, since this is an in-person event. On top of all of that, we are also giving us some, we'll be sending some important calendar invites for some talks and of course all the judging related things. So keep an eye out for that. And the official schedule and also the master copy of the schedule is on the website, which means whatever the website says is what's happening. So if something is running a little bit behind or early, it likely won't happen. You can see what's on the website because we will update it, and whatever the website says is what we'll be following. More stuff, the website. Bogotá.ethglobal.com. If you haven't been there yet, you can head over to that, or you can just go to ethglobal.com, click on events, and head over to the ETH Bogotá website. All right, so a lot of you are first-time participants at this hackathon. So how does this actually work? Well, I'm proud to say you can officially start hacking now. You can start working on your projects. You can work on your projects with up to 5 members. You can also work on your own. You don't have to have a team necessarily. And you have 36 hours, well, more like 36.5 hours from here to submit your projects. And submissions are due at 9 a.m. on Sunday. We'll go into all those details, but before we go into how submissions and judging works, a quick note is that everything that you're going to be doing this weekend must be starting from scratch. You cannot extend your previous project. You cannot work on new things, or you cannot work on a project you've been working from before, and you cannot add new features to something you did before, even if it was an ETH Global Hackathon. We want to make sure it's fair and consistent with everybody else's experience. So anything that is not submitted, that wasn't started until today, will be disqualified from all prizes and also from the hackathon. Of course, the other key thing here is that only the RSVP'd hackers are eligible to win prizes, which means that please log into your dashboards and see that your team members show up on your team section. If you submit a project and you forgot to add each other to your teams, or you miss one person and you had 4, at the time of submissions and post submissions, we will only honor the people that were on the project at that time, which means if you win something, we will only giving it to 4 people and not 5. And of course, there's a lot of edge cases that happen. A lot of you here are from so many different kind of not only ideas and places, but so many things that change based on different contexts. If you have any questions or you want any clarity, even if you want to just confirm if this something is okay, make sure that you can just reach out to us. You can come to me. You can find anybody at the registration desk. You can ping us on Discord, or you can just send us an email. We'll be monitoring all those channels. And of course, lots of amazing talks this entire weekend. Majority of the workshops are happening in the next 24 hours. We've already started about 34 hours ago. All that information is also on your Hacker dashboard. All that is also live streamed. You can watch all of it on ETHBogotá.tv. So if you miss something or you want to just check back or look at the code again, you can go back in that video, pause it, and make sure you have all the context you need. And of course, everybody who would give a talk is also still here at the venue. So you can also just find that speaker and ask them any follow-up questions. For anybody who's still looking to meet potential teammates, 10:30, 2 hours from now, we'll be meeting on the second floor in workshop room 1. And we'll be running a formation workshop where you get to meet other people who are also looking for a team. So if you are still in that position, you want to either join a team or you want somebody to join your team because you need specific skill sets, you can head over to this workshop and meet others who are also in that situation. Not only that, there's also a tool on your dashboard where you can use different filters, whether it's I need somebody who's expert at Solidity or React or any other language or protocol or framework, and use that to find others who are also looking for teammates. And you can message them on Discord right after that. All right, so let's get to submissions. Submissions are due at 9 a.m. on Sunday. And right after submission deadline, we will start our judging process. Judging is broken down into 2 streams. There's going to be a main judging and a partner judging. All of those things happen at the same time and in parallel. So what this means is that everybody who is participating and submitting their project will have to go through a main judging process. And if you are trying to win some prizes from a particular partner, you have to go to a second judging process with them. So let's go into the main judging first. Each team will have 4 minutes to demo. We recommend that you record your demo as well as a 4-minute video, just in case something goes wrong, whether it's the internet or your mainnet transaction taking too long or something breaks right at the time of the demo. And really don't do this last minute. It will take you at least 20 minutes to get everything ready. You have to really put in all the prizes that you're applying for. You have to make sure you write it down. You have to write a description of how it works. You have to make sure you link your source code. All these things are going to take 15 to 20 minutes at a minimum. Please, please, please start that early. You will be able to start submitting your projects tomorrow morning, and you'll see the form, what it looks like, and everything else around it. So you just get to see that, and just don't do this last minute. All that also happens through your dashboard. So when submission deadline is reached, all you have to do is click on my projects page again. You'll walk through all of those things you need to fill out, and you get to specify all the prizes that you want, and you press submit, and that's all you will have to do, and we will take it from there. Next up is partner judging. So the most important piece is that if you do not list which prizes you want to go for, we have no way of knowing that you wanted that. So in your submission process, make sure you specify that I actually want this project to be considered from this protocol or this company, because there's no other way anybody else would know, because all of that is part of the submission process. Once that happens, all of our partners will automatically get to know which teams are applying for their prize. And from there, you get to walk up to them at their booth. All of that is outside on the 3rd floor. And go and just demo what you built to them while the main judging is happening. So you can do that right after or right before, because once you go for the main judging, you'll be assigned an order. So you'll know where you are in the queue. And that means if you are a little bit later in the thing, you can go to the partners and present your demo there, and then come back and be part of the main judging again. So we'll make sure we communicate that even more over the next 2 days, and we'll be there to help you as well. But make sure that you put everything in your dashboard. And of course, our code of conduct. This is an in-person event. This is an event. We have so many people from so many different places. And I want to make sure that we talk about what being at this building means. Our rules are outlined on our website, ethglobal.com/rules. This has our code of conduct and also what it means to be a participant at the event. The gist of it is that anything that you create this weekend is solely owned by you, which means that you are the only owner of that intellectual property. No partner, not ETH Global, nobody else will have claim to anything that comes out of this. And in terms of how to behave in this building, the gist of it is please be respectful. Harassment and abuse in any form will not be tolerated. and we will take immediate action. So if you see somebody or if you are in a position where you are being treated the way you shouldn't, please come to us, find us immediately, and we'll be acting on that ASAP. And of course, if you have any questions about anything I've said, not just this slide, but anything, I've just sprinted through 20 things in 5 minutes, just come find me. I'll be here. I'll be here the entire time, and I'll be happy to clarify anything for you. All right, let's go into some more interesting stuff. So a lot of you know what ETH Global is, but not a lot of you have been part of this, and that is such a great thing because every time we do an event, we see 50 to 60% of you who are joining us for the first time. And not only that, that makes it even more possible for us to do what we do, which is bring in more developers into this ecosystem. This photo is from our very first event. This photo was taken 4 years and 360 days ago. And we started off with a one-off event, and somehow things went spiral. I would say 2018 was not intentional, but the rest were. So we ran really, really small events just to see if we can keep more people excited about Ethereum, and it became bigger and more wilder than what we ever could imagine. We started off with our very first official one in Buenos Aires. We did India, we did San Francisco, Singapore, Waterloo, Cape Town, London, Amsterdam this year, New York this year, Mexico just 2 months ago, and here we are in Bogotá. We started off by doing hackathons, and we found other ways to get more people interested in Web3, and we introduced what we call summits. We got to be able to bring more people online through async format. So not only if you were a hacker, but if you were just trying to understand what's happening in any of the topics that you care about, we introduced summits from Lincoln Park to the merge from a few weeks ago. All this became more and more amazing for us to introduce to so many people around the world. And a lot of people were disappointed that we couldn't do a lot of these events with COVID, but we were so happy because anytime we did an event, it was 10 times bigger, and we couldn't be more happy to reach even more people with online events. And next week, ETH Global turns 5. So I want to take a second to talk about all the amazing things that have happened in the past 5 years. We've done 38 hackathons, 38 different summits. We have over 70,000 people have attended these events online and in person. 4,800 projects have come out of it. We've given $5 million in prizes to people from 100+ countries. On top of that, we've done 1,300 talks, all of which we made available on YouTube, and we didn't realize people were watching that. So when we looked at all the numbers, we saw 1.2 million people watch these talks over the last 3 years alone. And these are 300 unique individuals watching really hardcore technical workshops where they see people debug code, and they're watching them intently. And when we pull up all these stats, 160,000 hours worth of workshops and technical content has been consumed from 130 countries from people who've been at this event, spanning 23 different time zones. It's incredible that we had so much amazing set of people come in, and I'm so proud to have the opportunity to welcome and thank all of you. So not only were those stats just cool, but there are so many things that we couldn't tangibly count. The number of companies that have been founded, number of money has been raised from these companies, the ecosystem we've helped bootstrap, the thousands of jobs that have been created through this, all the friendships that we started, the people we've met, the protocols we've improved, the swag that's been collected, and the POAPs that have been claimed. Some of these are countable, but we didn't have the time to count them. But all these things were just amazing side effects that make this even more and more incredible of a community. And today I'm proud to talk to you about what's next. We're going to be introducing 2 new things as part of the ETH Global portfolio of things we do for this community. One of them is guides, and the most requested thing we've been asked for is jobs. Guides is something we're gonna go all in on over the next few weeks. We launched this thing 2 weeks ago softly for our last hackathon. Guides is going to be our way of making it easy for everybody to understand how different protocols work at their own pace. You don't necessarily have to be at a hackathon. You don't have to take out time. You can learn whatever you want to learn on however every protocol works, whether it's Solidity to a really complex thing. You get to talk through a interactive tutorial and learn the basics and the fundamentals and build on top of that to be able to change anywhere from your career trajectory to just learn how cool things work. ETH Global Guides is already available on our website. You can head over to ethglobal.com/guides. And this Sunday, for everybody who is going to be in this building, you are going to be able to apply to be part of our jobs board, where you can find opportunities to meet other people who are also hiring in Web3, whether it's our partners. There's a lot more people we work with, hundreds of companies we work with on a yearly basis. And we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to actually change the trajectory of your career, and we're going to make that possible very soon. So 5 years in, we're going to do 4 things that we're going to be really proud of: hackathon, summits, guys, and jobs. And I can't wait to have all of you be part of these. And ultimately, ETH Global wants Web3 to win. And before we go on to our rest of the agenda, I want to thank everybody: hacker, mentor, partner, speaker, judge, volunteer, everybody who's ever been part of all of our events. A sincere thank you for being part of this community. This would not be possible without you. And we're so excited to have the opportunity to be here and talking to you about all the things that you can do in the future. So thank you so much. And I'm excited to tell you what's next. So what's left is we're going to talk about all the prizes that you're going to win. But I have a special introduction I want to make before we get to our very first prize announcement. I want to bring on Harsh from EPNS to talk about something that they've been working on. And I'll ask him to introduce himself here and tell you more directly from him. I'll not ruin any surprises. Please welcome Harsh.
Hey. Well, thanks, Kartik. I don't know how I can top that speak. But yeah. Hey, hackers. What's up? So I'm Harsh, founder and project lead of Push Protocol, previously EPNS, or Ethereum Push Notification Service. We are going to talk about the journey of Web3 communication over here, where we were, where we are, and where we are heading. A lot of nostalgia in this deck because, of course, we started from ETH Global. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, you might know or you might not know, but everything that we do in our virtual life starts with a notification. Just think about it. When we are talking on WhatsApp with our friends, are we really talking on WhatsApp? No, not really. We are talking on WhatsApp through notifications. When we are doing crypto Twitter, are we really going on crypto Twitter? Not really. We are just talking through crypto Twitter, through notifications. And you can expand this further. Whether we are talking on Discord, whether we are talking on Slack, whether we are checking our emails, Venmo, PayPal payment, Amazon delivery, you name it. Everything starts with a notification. But yeah, the big surprise, notifications for Web3 actually started from ETH Global 2020. And we cannot really thank ETH Global for, we cannot thank enough for it. So yeah, moving forward, let's look at the journey, how we started. So just like how you guys are starting, we had a cool idea and we thought, let's write to Ethereum Foundation about our idea. Well, they said that the idea is cool, but go ahead and apply for Hack Money 2020 and build it out. That's what we did, and we are so thankful that we did it, because one of the best decisions that we made for our product and our protocol was to build it through Hack Money. The reason for that, there are several. First of all, Ethereum community is awesome, but yeah, the reason why you build it or the reason why you build your project through hackathon is because you have access to the world-class talent and the world-class support. We got to know what we are thinking right about our protocol. We got to know where we need to head. And we, of course, made a lot of friends. So right over here at the last screen, we are getting judged by Mariano Conti, Patrick, and Mintao. And we have the pleasure of calling them friends now. So yeah, that's what ETH Global does to you. It just takes your protocol and makes it so, so much beautiful. So yeah, that was the start of EPNS. From then to now, we have raised a seed round, we have raised a Series A, we have launched on Ethereum, we have launched on Polygon, we have sent over 18 million notifications to over 60,000 subscribers. We are empowering notifications for all our friends over here. And yeah, that's where we are right now. But yeah, one thing we knew, like when we started notifications, we knew where we are heading. Notification needs to be the basic communication primitive that needs to be built. But once you build it out, you can build so many cool things with it. You can have so many new forms of communication. You probably get where I'm heading with it. So yeah, introducing the next evolution of Web3 communication, push chat. Now you're finally able to talk to your Web3 wallet addresses. What's more, it is symbiotic with push notifications, which means whenever you're chatting, now you're getting the same experience which you get when you're chatting on a Web2 app like WhatsApp or Telegram and so forth. But yeah, enough chat. Let's do some video. And here we are. As soon as it buffers. Woo. Awesome. Thank you. All right, as I said, we love all the hackers, and that's why Push Chat is going to launch right after the hackathon ends. What's more, anyone who's building on Push protocol gets the exclusive access to Push Chat instantly. Another thing, we have a very limited Push Chat POAP edition, like only 10 of them. Find me or our crew. We are in candy pink shirts, and just get your POAP. The first 10 people get them. All right. And yeah, Push Chat is not the only thing that we are doing. We, of course, have bounties. We have $10,000 in bounties. So whatever protocol you're building, we would love to support. Just go ahead and build it out. And yeah, in case you want to continue further, we also have a 1 million grant. In case you have any questions, as I said, cotton candy shirt, we are all across ETH Global for the entire 3 days. But you can also go ahead to our Discord and get support over there. And we also have a live workshop. So in case you want, you can find everything you can do with Push Protocol right now. Awesome. I mean, I'm very excited to unveil the next step of communication from ETH Global, just like we built notification back in 2020. And yeah, I would like to thank Kartik, Jacob, and all the awesome friends we made over here. Thank you, guys.
Amazing. We want to use more of our events as an opportunity to show off all the amazing things that come out of it. The hackathon doesn't stop. Well, hackathon stops on a Sunday, but what you're building doesn't. So this is going to be more of a recurring theme. And with that, let's go into all the prizes so you can all get started working on your hackathon projects. So first up, I'd like to invite Josh from Aztec to talk about what Aztec is going to be giving away in prizes. Please welcome Josh.
Hi, everyone. Is this working? Cool. Hi, everyone. My name is Josh, and I'm leading DevRel at Aztec. It's been a while since my last ETH Global Hackathon, but I'm really excited to be kicking off Devcon week with all of you. So what is Aztec? Aztec is a zero knowledge rollup on Ethereum. So what I mean by that is we are a zero-knowledge rollup focused on privacy. Aztec rolls up user-encrypted transaction proofs that reveal minimal to no information about transaction data, and Aztec transfers are truly private. Interactions with Ethereum through Aztec Connect only reveal transaction amounts, not any user data. So as a rollup, Aztec provides cheaper transactions than Ethereum, and we are working towards a fully private execution environment on the Aztec network. So Aztec Connect. Aztec Connect is like a VPN for Ethereum. It allows you to interact with Ethereum smart contracts directly from the Aztec rollup, hiding transaction sender information. This allows privacy when interacting with DAO contracts, NFT contracts, DeFi protocols, really any contract that lives on Ethereum. So Aztec Connect also decreases transaction costs by batching user transactions. And all you need to do to take advantage of this is build a bridge contract that connects the rollup to any Ethereum contract. We are also offering prizes around Noir. Noir is a programming language for writing zero-knowledge proofs, and it's an integral part of creating our future private programmable execution environment. It's how app devs will write smart contracts for Aztec when we have private execution. And it's not exclusively for writing applications in a blockchain context. So during this hackathon, we want to explore applications beyond just writing things for Ethereum or other blockchains. For prizes, we have $20,000 in prizes available, and we want to help you win this money. So any of these things sound interesting to you, come find me after this or any of my colleagues, and we'll help you figure out what to build and how to build it. Since the merge, I've been hearing people ask about what's next for crypto. I'm betting that privacy is an integral part of the next wave of adoption, so help us make it happen. Good luck, and thank you.
Thank you. Well, I've seen so many people talk about they want to build ZKP apps, so this is your chance. All right, next up, I want to call in Vic to talk about IPFS and Filecoin. So please welcome Vic on stage.
Hi, everyone. It's really great to be here at ETHBogotá. How do I click this? Yeah. Oh, sweet. Okay, my bad. Yeah, it's great to be here at ETHBogotá. My name is Vic. I'm a research scientist at the Crypto Economics Lab at Protocol Labs. I'm excited to talk a little bit about IPFS and Filecoin and the rapidly growing ecosystem we hope some of you will already be a part of or want to become a part of. Brief introduction to IPFS. IPFS looks to make the web more peer-to-peer. So the idea is it's a hypermedia protocol where, as opposed to centralized offerings via like HTTP, the IPFS leverages this idea of content addressing. So specific nodes can interact with one another in a way that to kind of share data in this peer-to-peer format. Filecoin is an incentive layer on top of IPFS in order to build a truly crypto-powered storage network. Our ecosystem is our strongest growing asset in growing the Filecoin network and Web3. We are rapidly expanding in storage capacity with about 4,000 storage providers with almost 20 million terabytes of capacity already committed to the network, and that is growing rapidly, along with explosive growth in startups, as well as a wide community of diverse developers. This means that Filecoin is more than just storage. It's all the things that build on top of this, kind of base layer primitive. It's computation, it's retrieval markets and decentralized content delivery, it's FEVM and smart contracts and user programmability, and it's also leveraging the verifiability component of blockchain to generate sustainability initiatives like Filecoin Green, funding the commons and public goods efforts. which, if you would like to, there's a Sustainable Blockchain Summit on October 12th, where many members of Falcon Green will be talking about our vision for a regenerative future leveraging crypto. We've linked some learning resources for developers and people who are looking to learn more about IPFS and Filecoin. One thing we'd like to highlight, which will be featured in our hackathon prize challenge, is Backlyao, which is a platform that allows distributed computation over data that is hosted on IPFS and/or Filecoin. You can check out the hackathon link here. So we are also offering $20,000 in prizes across 2 challenge areas. The first is the Storage Wizard challenge area, where we offer prizes for building on top of NFT.storage or Web3.storage. The second is Compute Over Data, which is the Backlyao project I mentioned earlier. So see the links for further details, but we are really excited to see what kind of projects you all come up with. And if you have further tech questions, feel free to ask them in the ETH Global Discord, the IPFS Filecoin channel. And if you're interested to learn more about IPFS and Filecoin in general, please join us for Lab Week in in like 2 weeks, end of October. And join us for our first ever decentralized conference where we invite you to join us as we drive breakthroughs in computing to push humanity forward. Thank you all for your time.
Awesome. Next up, we have Kelvin talking about optimism. So please welcome Kelvin on stage.
What's up? Green button. Before I do this, I want to tell my boss, sorry. So this, less than 24 hours ago, I was told I had to do this presentation. I took offense to that, so I had GPT-3 write my slides instead. The following slides are not accurate in the slightest. All right. Number 1, introduction. Optimism is the only serious blockchain. That is actually completely accurate. That is true. All other blockchains are experiments. That is also completely true. And optimism is the best L2 on Ethereum, no doubt about it. All right, let's see what we got next. What is optimism? Optimism is a scalable, trustless, decentralized platform that enables real-time payments in smart contracts. I don't know what that means. That's true. Optimism, that is not true. I won't say that one. I don't know what the OST token is. Sorry. Optimism is the only blockchain that supports real-time. That is not true either, but if it were true, it would be very funny. All right. Finally, 3. What are the benefits of optimism? Optimism is scalable. That's true. It is trustless. Well, okay. It's decentralized, Optimism enables real-time payments. What? Yeah, it's pretty good. Optimism supports smart contracts. That's very true. That's true. We do that. And it just repeated the same slide twice. And so I will say optimism is the only serious blockchain, and all other blockchains are experiments. That's true. That's the reality. And it's the best L2 on Ethereum. I don't know. I think this is the end. So I'll just say optimism.io/Bogotá. You can see everything about all the prizes we got, $20,000 worth of prizes. Come talk to us. We're right outside. We'll tell you how to win them. So thank you and enjoy. Have fun.
It's going to be hard to top that one. So next up, we have Rahat from Polygon. Please welcome Rahat on stage.
GM, everyone. How you doing? Are you ready to start building? Awesome. So really awesome to be here today. We're talking a little bit about Polygon, especially here at ETHBogotá. I love being at the different ETH Global events. My name is Rahat. I'm lead developer relations engineer over at Polygon. You might see my team running around everywhere, doing workshops and things like that. So a little bit about Polygon. We started off as a solution to Ethereum scaling using what's called a proof-of-stake sidechain. It was awesome, blazingly fast, secure, decentralized. In 2017, we were Matic Network, and this was our primary focus first on scaling Ethereum. But we quickly realized that there is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all solution. So we started looking into different ways that we could help all types of solutions, all types of different use cases that exist. So now we're aiming to be a Swiss Army knife for Ethereum scaling and for development. There's two major types of solutions: secured chains or L2 aggregators. You'll see a little bit of alpha coming out in the very, very soon about ZK rollups and things like that. But we've got other solutions like standalone sidechain, ZK rollups. You've still got your Matic POS Plasma sidechain. We've got different solutions for enterprises as well, enterprise chains and shared security chains. Building on Polygon, why devs love Polygon. Completely backward compatible. If you've already been building on Ethereum, you know how to build on Polygon. Solidity still works, JavaScript still works, all your favorite tools still work in this ecosystem. We've also got $20,000 in prizes. Here's a little bit about them, how you can win them. We have $4,000 for best use of Polygon ID. I'm gonna come back to this in a second. $4,000 for the best local LATAM public goods or refi project, $4,000 for the best metaverse or gaming project, and $4,000 for the best UX. A little thing to note about number 2 and number 4, they have additional requirements for you to actually win them. You have to add a couple of things in your README, including for the LATAM public goods one, how this benefits the local community, as well as how you would scale this globally. On the best UX, we're gonna challenge you to really tell us how you're raising the bar for UX and Web3. Scaling is not the only way to get people in for mass adoption. Your apps need to be usable. There's also an additional $4,000 in the pool prizes. Deploy at least one smart contract in Polygon's testnet. A little bit, just include all that information in your README. All this is available online as well. Coming back to Polygon ID, you can start building on Polygon ID today. Documentation tutorials are available to help you get started. My teammate Steph did a workshop earlier. You can watch the recap of how do you build with Polygon ID on the ETH Global YouTube, and you can get support. A lot of the Polygon ID core team is here, developers, everyone here to kind of like support you, building through Polygon ID for the first time. So thank you. Really awesome to be here. Can't wait to see what you build.
Awesome. Next up, I want to bring on Scroll. So please welcome Togrul.
Hello, everyone. My name is Togrul Maharamov. I do research at Scroll. As did Kelvin, I also found out that I'm supposed to do this presentation around 24 hours ago, but unlike him, I didn't bother to do anything. So I decided just to YOLO. So what is Scroll? Scroll is a native ZK VM layer 2 solution for Ethereum. We're a zero-knowledge rollup, and our mission is to be as compatible with Ethereum as possible, meaning that from a user perspective, interacting with Ethereum and Scroll should be indistinguishable, also for the developers. Sorry, I forgot about you guys. The way we achieve it is through a ZKVM implementation. Specifically, our ZKVM implementation is a bytecode equivalent implementation built together with Ethereum Foundation's privacy and scaling explorations team. And the use of this implementation in particular allows us to reuse a lot of the code that currently exists on Ethereum. So basically, you can just use a minimally modified version of Geth, extract the execution trace of a transaction, prove it in our prover, and that's it. It all works as fine. And talking about Ethereum alignment, we're completely open source from day one. So you can view all our code online. And we're also community oriented, meaning that you are more than welcome to join our Discord, etc., and give suggestions or contribute to any of our code. And oh, I thought that was the only slide. Okay, if you follow this link, you can join the whitelist for our pre-alpha testnet, which is a proof of concept implementation of our protocol, which with a couple of DApps, forks of popular DApps deployed on it. And we also have a workshop later today. Peter from our team is going to be doing that. I'm not going to spoil on what he's going to talk about, primarily because I don't know what he's going to talk about. So I'll be joining you guys to find out. And we're also giving away 5K in prizes same as with the workshop, I have no idea what you have to do, so just join our booth to find out. That's it from me, thank you.
Next up, I want to bring on Ariel to talk about SSV. Please welcome Ariel on stage.
Hey everyone. I have to say I feel a little bit cheated. They said I have 2 minutes, but everyone is showing like 20 slides. Mine is short and to the point, so it's better by default. So let's begin. My name is Ariel. I work at a company called Blocks, which is the core developer of a cool project called SSV Network. For those of you who doesn't know us, SSV stands for Secret Shared Validators, and it's a decentralized infrastructure for Ethereum staking. And it was designed to be used to build high performance, secure, and decentralized staking applications on Ethereum. Now, we have some amazing prizes for you today to hack. Our top prize is of $12,000 for the best team to build a staking pool that uses SSV as its backend. We also have $8,000 for the best teams to build a SSV as a service. We had our workshop earlier, so if you missed it and you want to learn more about the project, I was told it's going to be live on the ETH Global YouTube. And if you want to learn more about our prizes, what we really require, and find all the resources you might need in order to do them, please go to hackathon.ssv.network. It has all the info. We are here to support you. You can reach out in our Discord, also in our booth. By the way, we're hosting a Super Smash Bros. Tournament over the weekend. So if you need to unwind, just have fun, come by. We're glad to have you. So yeah, have fun, guys. Can't wait to see all of your amazing submissions. And remember that optimism is probably the only real blockchain. Thank you.
Well, with the merge, SSV is going to be more important. All right, next up, I want to bring on Wallet Connect. So please welcome Pedro and Vanessa on stage.
We got fans.
Oh, hello. Thanks. So, hey, we're Pedro and Vanessa, and we're here on the behalf of Wallet Connect. Wallet Connect, for those of you who don't know, allows you to connect wallets to dApps, and we've been a project since 2018. And we have both the Wallet Connect V1 and Wallet Connect V2, which will allow you to build both multi-chain applications for V2, but also introduces like push, chat, and auth and sign. So we have like a modular communication stack. And yeah, Vanessa, if you'd like to talk about the bounties and how you guys can build, and yeah, I'll let you take it from here.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Vanessa, and I'm a developer advocate at Wallet Connect. So let's talk about prizes. We've got $20,000 to give away this weekend. Our bounties will include V1 and V2. So our V1 track, if anyone got to stop by at our workshop earlier today, we demoed our new modal. So if you're using the modal, you are using V1. So you technically qualify for that bounty. We also have a V2 track. So if you want to be using one of our newer APIs, like our Sign API, you will also qualify for that V2 bounty. And yeah, we didn't really prep a deck for this. So this is our workshop deck here. But yeah, we're Wallet Connect, and come check out us at our booth today. See ya.
Right, next up, we have Zen from Web3 Auth. Please welcome Zen on stage.
Thanks, Kartik. Hi, guys. Sorry if I seem a bit tired. It's because I am. It's 28-hour flight. But when I landed, I tasted these pancakes, something like arepas or something. Amazing stuff. You guys should try it out. It's just fantastic. Now, it's green. No. Oh, right. Fantastic. Okay. All right. So I'm one of the co-founders of Web3 Auth, and I'm here to talk about Web3 Auth, and in particular what we do. So what we do is key management, and what we try to fix is seed phrases. Now, Seed phrases, I think all of us have heard stories of people losing public private key pairs. They're not just irritating to onboard onto, but actually estimated about 20% of total Bitcoin, which was worth about maybe $500 billion, now maybe 200, it's just lost due to lost public private key pairs. And how do enterprises fix this though? So, big banks, hedge funds, VCs, how do they solve key management? They actually use this thing called multi-party computation. And this might sound a little bit complicated and overly complex, but it's the go-to solution for them. And what it really is just a multi-factor key. So today, what we're focused on is pushing out our multi-factor key application, or SDK rather, for any application or wallet to use for your users themselves, so that you can leverage on that same technology and that same security as well as user experience. How it works is as it suggests. We split a user's key into multiple different parts. The first part is kept on a user's social login, and the second part is kept on the user's device. The user can set up other factors as backup factors, and ultimately what you have is a non-custodial social login where the user owns the full public-private key pair, but you can get the benefits of the social login itself. So we've been around for a while, and we're used by quite a few applications. We've got about 7 million users a month at this point. And we are releasing our early access alpha MPC SDK. With regards to prizes are for that SDK, as well as if you really want to integrate other parts of the stack, that's cool too. We have 3 tracks with regards to prizes. The best overall app will get 6K, and we have 20K in total in prizes. The best overall app takes 6K. The security track, the best app there, takes 4K. And then we've got our identity data track, which will take 3K. And then use case or UX track, which will also take 3K. Each of them also have 1K runner-ups as well. So lots of different prizes to win. And here are some ideas that you guys could do for each of these different tracks, just to exemplify. I'm not going to go through all of them because that would be way too long, over 2 minutes. I think I already busted that. But like with the security track, you could be building a smart contract wallet on top of MPC. You could be delving into our security policy engine and building daily limits, time locks, KYC, AML on top of that. With identity, you could be utilizing the combination of Web 2 and Web 3 identity. You could be using our encryption and decryption API to user encrypt stuff that might be private to users. And with use cases, you could do payments. You could just have silky smooth UI UX. And this is where you can go to learn more. We also have a booth outside, and we want to help you guys win those prizes. Come around, talk to us. We'd love to build with you guys and see what you guys are building. Thanks a lot, guys.
Awesome, and welcome our last speaker, Miguel from WorldCoin.
Yeah, I'm Miguel, and I'm here to get you all to look into the orb. Just kidding. I am here to talk about civil attacks and why that's a thing that you should be worrying about, even if it's not an airdrop that you're making or something like that. Because this is a thing that can impact pretty much everyone that is building here. We've been hearing a lot about like people that are building really cool social apps with user creation, all of those things. And those things are vulnerable to civil attacks as well, where someone can just make an account or like make thousands of accounts, bot their content, and then your whole system fucked up. And so we have a solution for that. We have a protocol that anonymously allows you to verify that a user has never done an action before. And that is not only claiming a token, but it's also minting NFTs, voting on governance proposals, and any other thing that you would want to do this for. And it's called WhatID. Like I said, it's a protocol to anonymously verify that someone is a real human being that is performing an action only once. And that action could be anything, including Web 2 actions, like joining a Discord server. And yeah, the way that it works is we have this orb right here, which will look at your iris, get biometric information, hash it so that no one keeps the biometric information, and then issue a key that you can use to generate zero knowledge proofs, proving to any application that you are a real unique human without really revealing any information about you. Like I said, it's completely anonymous, meaning that even if you use this in different apps with completely different wallet system, you will not dox yourself. It's really the only solution to this problem that actually preserves for anonymity, and we all know how important privacy is in these things. And yeah, integrating it is really, really easy. This is pretty much all of the code that you need on your front end. You get approved with this, as you know, it's proof, which you can verify both on-chain or through an API, which we'll also call on-chain, but it's easier to do. And yeah, you just have this CAPTCHA. It's a JavaScript-like widget powered by Wallet Connect that shows up on your website. Users scan the QR code with their app, and you're done. That's it. And it enables a lot of really, really cool stuff. A lot of stuff around governance, curation, soulbound NFTs, quadratic founding, Gitcoin-like. There's a lot of really, really cool stuff that it enables. Yeah, all of the resources that you want, both documentation, protocol, starter kit, a bunch of talks that we've given, including the worksheet that we gave a few hours ago, will be at that link. And also we have a booth literally right here at the outside of the door. So come talk to us. We've taught the orb to speak in Spanish. That is actually not a joke. The orb speaks Spanish now. And some of our team members do. So any questions, any issues, any help, we also have really cool new documentation that looks amazing. And yeah, you have all of the resources that you might need. We have 20K in prizes, a bunch of best governance application, best social app application, most creative use case, and then best overall and honorable mentions, a prize pool for every qualifying submissions that we get, even if they don't get any other prizes. And yeah, good luck.
Awesome. That was our last speaker to be on stage. And now I'm going to go through all the prizes, then we'll get all of you to get hacking. So $500,000 in prizes to be won. That is a lot of money. So we're going to talk about all the prizes. I'm going to summarize some of the ones that you've already heard. So first up is Optimism. Optimism is giving $20,000 in prizes. They have a lot of different categories. So the best developer, infrastructure, and tooling. There's going to be 3 projects and 3 winners that are going to be receiving $2,500 each. For the best governance and community-related project on Optimism, you're also going to be having 3 winners with $2,500 each. Anything that is a gaming or NFT project on Optimism will have 2 teams, up to 2 teams will winning $2,500 each. And then there's going to be 10 additional winners getting $250 each for deploying a project to Optimism, testnet, or mainnet. Next up is WorldCoin. So the best overall integration of the privacy-preserving proof of personhood protocol will be receiving $4,000. The best governance app, $3,000. The best social app, $3,000. Most creative use of WorldCoin ID, $3,000, and 4 honorable mentions of $1,000 each. And as Miguel talked about a pool prize, this means that any team that qualifies for the pool prize, which makes a meaningful integration of World ID, will be splitting the $3,000 equally. Next up, we have IPFS and Filecoin. So the best use of NFT.storage or Web3.storage will be receiving $3,000 of the top 2 teams in Filecoin tokens. The best project that uses Bacalhau with data on IPFS will be receiving $3,000 in Filecoin tokens. And there's going to be 25 teams that are going to be receiving $440 in Filecoin tokens for the best project integration with IPFS or the Filecoin chain. Next up, we have Polygon. So the best local Latin public goods or refi project will be receiving $4,000. The best social dApp integration with Lens protocol will be receiving $4,000 as well. The best use of Polygon ID will get $4,000 too. And the best UX of a project that is deployed on Polygon will be receiving $4,000 as well. And there's a pool prize category of $4,000, which means any team that deploys on Polygon will be splitting $4,000 equally. Then we have Aztec. So Aztec is giving away 20,000 prizes, which is the best integration of Aztec protocol in their project submission. So the first place will get 10,000, second place will get 5,000. There'll be 2 third place winners for 2,500 each. Then we have Wallet Connect. And there are 2 tracks, V1 and V2. Each of them will be receiving $5,000 for the first place, $2,500 for second place, and $1,250 for third place. And a $2,500 pool prize category, which means anybody who integrates Wallet Connect will be splitting $2,500 equally. Next up, we have Web3 Auth. So the best overall integration of Web3 Auth's SDK will be receiving $7,500. The best use case on the UX side of things will be receiving 3,000 for the first place and 1,000 for second. The best identity related integration will be receiving 3,000 for first place and 1,000 for second. And the best security track integration of the Web3 Auth SDK, which is the MPC piece, will be receiving 4,000 for the first place and 1,000 for second. Then we have SSV Network. So the best novel staking pool will be getting $12,000 split amongst themselves in that category, and the best integration of SSV as a service will be splitting $8,000 in the pool price category. So all the teams that are qualifying here will be splitting these amounts equally. Then we have the Ethereum Foundation prizes. So the best account abstraction related hack will get, 2 teams will get $2,500 each. The best inclusion and tangible local impact category project, which is anybody who is focused on LATAM or anything about inclusion for local communities, will be receiving $2,500 each. So there's 2 projects. The Ethereum Foundation and the Ethereum protocol is also interested in understanding how we get to use BLS wallets more and more. So the best use of the BLS wallet SDK will be, 2 projects will be getting $2,500 as well. And then you can also look into the Semaphore protocol, and 2 best integrations of the Semaphore protocol will be receiving $2,500 as well. Then we have Scroll. So for Scroll, the most innovative project that uses the Scroll ZK VM will be receiving $2,500, and the best ZK dApp will be also receiving $2,500. And then we have ENS, Pocket Network, UMA, Superfluid, Boba, Mina, LivePeer, and APWine. Push Protocol, Hyperlane, CowSwap, MetaMask, Cartesi, Coinbase Cloud, Streamer, and Clayton, all giving $10,000 prizes in each. I won't say all of them, but you can find all the details here in a second. And then we have Uniswap Foundation, XMTP Labs, Sysmo, Gnosis Chain, QuickNote, The Graph, Ceramic Network, Lens Protocol, Ripio, Moonbeam, Chainlink, ChainSafe, Autonomy Network, DGate, and Open Zeppelin, giving $5,000 each in prizes. All those details are on bogota.ethglobal.com/prizes, or if you just go to the main website, you can click on the prizes button, or if you're logged into your hacker dashboard, you can see all the prizes there. Once you click on any prize, you will see all their documentation. You can see all the workshops, whether it's live or recorded, and what you need to do to qualify and win those prizes. So I encourage all of you to check this out and go crazy on seeing what amazing projects and protocols you can integrate and simplify a lot of work so you don't have to start something from scratch. So with that, I want to close this off and really kind of tell everybody to make sure you pace yourself. We really don't want this thing to be exhausting for you. There's a whole weekend of learning and talking to people and understanding what everybody's excited about. We really want you to make sure that you get better by the end of this hackathon, and you get to have fun and you get to learn more than you knew today. And this is very much about experimentation and learning. So even if you don't get to finish what you started, what you wanted to do, you can still present, and we encourage you to still present on Sunday and show how far you got to all of our amazing judges. So with that, let's get hacking, and thank you so much for joining us at ETHBogotá.